What's up, Bulldogs? In this video, I'm going to be telling you what is the red pill and why so many MGTOW get it wrong. I got a comment on one of my videos about how to get big biceps, okay? And he says, I saw your Elliot Rodger video. Can you do one video on red pill? So I thought, well, sure, I could do a video on red pill. If you're just joining me for the first time, I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to have the Bulldog mindset. The Bulldog mindset is the opposite of the victim mindset. The Bulldog mindset takes responsibility for your own actions and teaches you to empower yourself by developing mental toughness, stoic wisdom from the ages, and to really just become a stronger, better version of yourself. What's happened now, I think, is that there's been a lot of factions, I would say, a lot of divisions of what was originally a one kind of unified idea behind this red pill kind of thinking. And the red pill thinking comes from the Matrix, right? It comes from that, Neo, right? Morpheus saying, well, you take the blue pill and you can go back to your normal life and forget everything, or the red pill and you see how far the rabbit hole goes. And so this whole concept of being red pilled is seeing the uncomfortable truth about society, and specifically about women. Why do we need to be, quote, red pilled? And what does this exactly mean? Okay, well, the reason why is because a lot of guys, okay, especially in today's society today, they've kind of been brought up with the whole Disney romantic notion of love stories, and they have misconceptions about the female psychology and how women act and how to get women. That seems like the right thing to do, but it's not, because they don't understand the psychology of women. They don't understand the biological process that led us evolution-wise to where we are. What ends up happening is a lot of these guys, they end up either being, quote, forever alone and being dejected by women and never finding their, quote, true love, or they end up, getting into relationships and being, basically like this guy that is taken advantage of, that doesn't get sex anymore, that, doesn't know what he's doing wrong, and is maybe eventually cheated on and left, and all of these bad things that happen because the woman is not really attracted to this guy, and he doesn't understand why. He's buying her gifts, he's buying her flowers, he's being the nice guy, and that's how most people think. Where did the term red pill come from? It came from mostly we contribute this to Rollo Tomasi's book, The Rational Male, which all of you guys should read that book, okay? I caveat this by saying that it's a little bit jaded, but it's mostly not, okay? It's mostly just a book that I would recommend. I think his viewpoint is slightly more jaded than what mine is, okay? But it's mostly a positive book in terms of just getting you to face and understand the reality. Well, what about loyalty? What about all the years and the time that I put in and the sacrifices I made? It doesn't matter, because hypergamy is a biological type of programming, okay, that is very, very difficult to overcome. Women are going to want to do this because it is going to ensure the survival of the human race. The way I'm presenting this, okay, when I talk about red pill stuff, is in a very neutral way, okay? I hope you can see I don't have any animosity about these things. The point is that it's just nature. It's just what happened. The issue that I have right now, okay, with a lot of where MGTOW and Manosphere has gone in, and there was a guy that was on this channel when I did some video, and he sent his whole army to call me a cuck and a soy boy and all this shit, okay? This is not good, okay? Because it's vengeful, okay? This is nature, this is society, this is reality. Okay, and the reality is, and there's a lot of this kind of red pill thinking in Rollo Tomasi's book, okay, in The Rational Male, is that society is mostly become a very kind of social justice leftist place where political correctness is kind of stamped out, and bigger government is more beneficial to women and to feminist ideals. That's how it's become, and it had to sort of become that way because that creates stability. It creates a situation where women are no longer dependent on men financially for a lot of things. They can become independent, so they can act and behave in ways that wouldn't have been socially acceptable before, okay? That could be interpreted as cruel, okay? But they're not, okay? It's just a natural behavior and it's adaptation to the time. Do I like some of these things? No, I'm not going to like some of these things, but it's the where the pieces on the board are at this particular time. Red pill awareness, or being red pilled, is, in my mind, okay, being aware of the situation. Doesn't mean you like it. It doesn't mean that you hate it. Okay, it's that you're neutral to it, and you say, okay, it's just like this. If I give you a chessboard and I give you the pieces and they're in some kind of arrangement, okay, you could I could give you a position to play, and you could be upset because you're in a bad losing position. You don't like the way the board is arranged. Or you can just objectively say, okay, well, this is where it's at, and this is my best move at this point with what I've got, okay? And that's life. That's how it is. Because it doesn't matter how angry or upset we are about society. Again, you have it on both sides. You have the kind of feminist, social justice warriors, and those people, they want to embrace a victim mindset and change society in the way that they think it should be changed. They don't want to empower people and empower themselves and solve their own problems and deal with reality as it is. They want to change other people's behavior. They want to say, you're bad, you're wrong, toxic masculinity. You're bad, you're wrong, you're doing bad things, shame, 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 shame. Okay? Me too, shame, 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 whatever. Not saying that bad things don't happen or wrong things don't happen. I'm just saying that their solution, okay, is to shame and change people and mold people to what they want, thinking that the bad things will go away. It's the same thing on the extreme MGTOW side. A lot of guys that got this kind of red pill concept, they think they're red pilled now. They're not red pilled because they're not seeing reality clearly. They're actually somewhere over in the spectrum. I'm not going to give other pill colors here, but I talked about this in another video where I talked about black pill and all this stuff. But basically what they've done is they're doing the same thing. They want to change society and women. Okay, they want them to stop being hypergamous. They want them to be whatever it is, what they want women to be, right? They want society to stop being feminist, okay? They want all these things. They want, again, to take the victim mindset. Because when you say that the reason why, that I can't get in a relationship or all this stuff is because women are bitches, is because society teaches them this, because they have, a drive-through of cock, whatever it is, and you use all these terms, you call people thoughts and cucks and all this stuff. What happens is you are victimizing yourself. You're having the victim mindset. You're saying that it's everyone else's fault. It's all this fucked up society and that it's wrong, and that's why I choose to be angry and to be upset, right? Instead of just being objective and saying, okay, this is reality. So in my mind, red pill is towing that line. Okay, it's not on this side of being ignorant. Okay. On either way, because you can be ignorant either way, blinded to the truth. It's about being neutral and seeing things as they are. Seeing, okay, biologically, evolutionary. There's plenty of books on that. Sperm Wars is a good one. You can check out that one. But essentially, there's a lot of information that we have about evolutionary biology that tells us why certain sexual behaviors happen the way that they do, why society is arranged the way that they do, why women act the way that they do, why men act the way that they do. Okay, and the differences between them. Okay, and this is, some of the stuff doesn't go along with your fairy tale idea of how things should work. For instance, if I could give you a red pill truth, it would be that a lot of guys that are, quote, blue pilled, that haven't been red pilled, they would think that what they should do is that if they see a girl that they like, they should kind of worship her and shower her with affection and compliments and buy her flowers and buy her gifts and try and take care of her and try to basically be this really good, nice person and be a really good friend to her, and that she will like that and fall in love. The reality is that you should be more of an aggressive, more showing some dominance, okay? Showing a little bit of disinterest, right? That you're not sure, that you're evaluating, that you have a value yourself, that you're discriminating, okay? And that, creating some sexual tension, showing the sexual side of yourself, that you desire her, not just want to be her friend, but those type of things. Again, we could talk about this and we go into all the theory of this, but that's not the point. The point is to realize that, more so to realize that what you thought, this whole buying flowers and candy and putting her on a pedestal, is actually not the way to do things, right? Understanding the reality of the situation. That's just one of those truths. People that are far in the extreme would, again, get lost because they would say, and they have illusions, they have fantasies where they're pretending like they're slaying all this pussy and getting laid all the time, and they are basically doing that because they don't know. They're abusive and asshole, and they're not actually doing the things that they're supposed to be doing either. They have a total misconception, and they're being pompous, and they're inflating all this stuff and making all this bullshit up that's not actually true, right? So you see that as well. It doesn't matter where the pieces are. It only matters what is the optimal move. You can't control that. Okay, maybe if you have some kind of mass following and you could change society, okay, but you don't. All right, I don't. No one really does. So what you can focus on is you and understanding the truth about your reality and how can you best play that. So my advice to you guys, okay, that are asking these kind of questions, is find out as much truth as you can about the situation. Accept that truth. Okay, and then find out what is the optimal way that you should react with that knowledge. If you're acting out of anger or butthurt or revenge or any of these things, you're not going to be choosing the optimal path, I guarantee you, because you can't, because you're going to be emotionally clouded and you're going to make bad decisions, right? You're going to come across as needy, or you're going to come across as arrogant and stupid, and you're going to mess things up for yourself. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and that is Red Pill for you.